Hey, what is happening? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed the video. What I'm going to do is show you how to create a cool stone material in Blender. Pretty easy, awesome, and yeah, if you join the Patreon, so link below, helps me a lot, and it's only $2 or $5 a month. And what I do is upload materials, and this will be one of them included. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first thing I want to do is go Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere, boom, boom, right click, shade smooth. Basically this is just what we're going to put the material on, create it on. Then what you want to do is go to shading, and then zoom in, hold down Shift, so we can get in the middle, bring this up, and then hit new, drag this here, click here, and then uncheck that so we can see what it looks like with Blender's default HDRI. Okay, then first thing I'm going to do is let's go to roughness, bring this all the way up because we want it to obviously be rough. It's stone, obviously, duh. Okay, then what you want to do is go Shift A, type in mix, look for mix color, plug the result into the base color of the principal BSDF. Then what you want to do is get a color ramp, so Shift A, type in color, look for a color ramp, and plug the color into A of the mix. Then what you want to do is click here by the plus, and then click on it, and then bring this down to like a gray. So you can already see we're starting to, if I zoom in, it's kind of starting to look a little bit like stone. Then what you want to do is go Shift A, and get another color ramp. Put that there underneath, and then plug the color into B. Then what you want to do is drag this in a little bit and click this white one and also make it like a gray, something like that. Then what you want to do is go Shift A, get a Musgrave texture, plug the height to the effect of the top color ramp. Then let's just go here and go Shift A, get a noise texture, plug the color into the vector, click on the noise texture, hit Ctrl T to enable the node wrangler add-on. All you do, so if you press Ctrl T and nothing happened, just go to edit, preferences, just type in node and make sure that is checked. And then what you want to do is bring the object into the vector. Look how cool that's starting to look. And then what you want to do is change the scale, bring it down, then bring this detail up. Something like that looks good. You can also play around with it afterwards if you want. And then this one, bring the scale down to 1. Bring the detail up, something like that. And then bring this detail, and bring the dimension down to about 0.5. And look how cool that's now starting to look. Then what you want to do is just drag over this. So you select 2, go Shift D to duplicate it, and plug the height into there. And then now it's looking even better. It's basically just duplicating it twice, which is our reasoning for putting the mixed color in there, just to give it more detail basically and look more realistic. And then what you want to do is plug the mapping also into the second noise texture, into the vector of it obviously. And then what you want to do, let's go here, bring this to about 7, detail, bring it down, somewhere like that, looks good. And you can bring the roughness up a little bit. In this one, let's bring this scale up to about 12. And you can bring this to about 1.3. So add a little bit of like, you can see it adds a little bit of like whiteness, grayness to the black, which just makes everything look a little bit better. And then what you can do is, if you're not happy with certain things, you can just play around with the color ramp. You bring this here, bring this in, just so you find something that you like. You can even make this a little bit brighter. It's completely up to you. This looks good for me. And then let's just change this factor and bring this down. You can see if I bring it all the way there, so you just want to find a nice little balance. Something like that looks nice. Now let's go here. Now what you want to do is let's bring this down. No. Go Shift A, type in bump, plug the normal into the normal, bring this down, go Shift A, get a color ramp, that here, and then plug the color of the color ramp into the height of the bump. And then what you want to do is just bring this down, go Shift A, get a mix color, and plug the result into the color ramp factor. Now what you want to do is just go down, go Shift A, get a Musgrave texture, plug the height of that into B of the mix color, and then it takes this mapping, so this one here, and plug it in to the vector. Okay, it looks a bit funny now, we'll fix it, don't worry. So now let's zoom in. Now what we want to do is change the scale to about 11. Detail let's bring up to about 5, and bring this dimension down a little bit. And it's starting to look a lot better. And now it looks a little bit too harsh. So what you do is you just bring the strength down. So let's try 0.6. It looks a bit better. Let's bring this down a little bit more. That's looking pretty nice. And then what you want to do, bring this down, go Shift A and get another Musgrave texture. It's like a, and then plug this height into A, and then you guessed it, same thing. I know it's a little bit confusing. Let me just bring this here so it looks a bit better. Go Shift A, get a noise texture, plug the color into the vector of the Musgrave texture, and then let's get this vector. So let's bring this up to here, get this vector and plug it in to the vector of the noise texture, and now it's starting to look so much nicer. And then let's zoom in this noise texture, play with the scale, bring it down to about 3.5 and bring the detail up, and that's looking perfect. And then last thing, you want to bring the scale down about 1, bring the detail up, dimension down a little bit, and that's looking nice. And there we go, that is the final node setup. Pretty easy, it's not too complicated, and you get something pretty cool and nice and realistic. And yeah, you can see if I zoom in, it's got that nice texture, rock texture, and it looks pretty realistic. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to stick around, I'm going to create the thumbnail again, so if you want to watch that, feel free to watch this. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. But without further ado, if you're going to stick around, let's create the thumbnail. So click on this, G, bring it up, change the aspect ratio, boom, 19, because we want it to be 16 by 9. Okay, then go Shift A, mesh, plane, S, scale it up, hit tab, click here, E, extrude, click there, Control B, bevel, roll that scroll wheel, tab, shade smooth, boom. Let's get the camera, bring this up, Y, then let's zoom in, Y, okay. Let us click here, bring this down. Okay, let's get an H2RI. So boom, asset browser, drag this in, looking nice. And let's add a material on this. So boom, let's go for something interesting. So real-time materials. No, I don't like that one. Let's try marble. Nah. Paper. Okay. Let's try that and then let's change. No, I don't like it either. Look for something else. Paint. Boom. Scale's a bit high. I don't want something so like, I don't know. I don't want it to overpower the material. You know what I mean? So it's, I think something just basic. Surface. Boom. See, don't like it. Let's go with basics. Boom. No, I'm just gonna go with the basic plastic and literally just make it white. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's fine. And then obviously change this, make it 300, change the performance 256. Then all I do is hit F12, save it, add a Blender logo, and I'm done. Okay, so if you stuck around, you're a real MVP. Make sure you check out the Patreon. I'll upload this material so you can download it if you're a member. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next video. Peace.